and welcome to my channel. It is gonna be my September wrap-up. I have my cat ears on, though you can see them actually really well, barely I think, but I have them. That's the main thing, and that's the most important thing. But let's talk about reading in September. September wasn't the best month in general, but reading-wise, let's say it was okay. Though I want to say it was bad, but 5 books is good. I didn't enjoy them all, but that's just sometimes happens. You don't enjoy all the books you read. I failed all the readathons except buzzword readathon because I read 1 book with the buzzword. So let's not mention the readathons because I failed them. But that's just sometimes happens, right? But I read almost every day except 3 days in September. You can see here I didn't read for 3 days at all. For the rest of them I read at least something. I'm happy about that. I try to read at least something every day. If there are 10 pages, that's okay. Then there are 10 pages, but I read. So let's finally move on to the books I read. I have my little pile here in the order I read them. So let's just start with the first one. The first one I read was Lasītais vilcienā 6:27. I don't know the English title. I'm gonna link it in the description box. There is gonna be a link to Goodreads and there you can find the English title for it. And hopefully I will write it here. Maybe, we'll see. But this is by a French author. It was recommended for me by my mother. And this is her book. I need to return it. But it's about, let's say, it's about a really lonely man. He works in a job he hates. In his job they destroy books, like the books that are thrown out in kind of this garbage disposal, some kind of a thing. And he kind of supervises that big machine where the books are thrown in and where they get destroyed. And he needs to clean it out too. And when he cleans it out, he steals some pages. Just the ones that are still left there, he just takes them. And then on his way to work with the train at 6:27, he reads them out loud in the train every morning while going to the work. And then one day he finds this like flash drive, those little things you can put in your files, pictures, whatever. And in that one there is a diary of a woman. And he starts reading that one in the train, but he kind of starts liking that girl based on her stories and experiences. And with the help of his friend, he kind of wants to find her. It is a really good story. I liked it. And the main character was so sad, actually. He was so lonely and so sad because he hated his job, but people need their jobs. And then when he finds that diary, it kind of gives him a bit of like joy. Yeah, I really liked it. It was a good book. It was predictable, but it was really short and nice read. The next book was Laika atkārtojums by Dzintars Tilaks. This is by a Latvian author, and if you remember, I've mentioned it a couple of times that I want to read at least 1 Latvian author book every month till the end of the year. We'll see what I do next year. but this was the one for September. In this one there are two, like, can I say, short stories? Two stories. They both are kind of fantastical, because in the first one the main character wakes up and everything has flooded, like something happens. He doesn't have at the beginning his memory, and then the memory slowly returns, and there was this like big catastrophe when this big wave came and like everything flooded. And yeah, he kind of tries to get somewhere, find someone, something, and it was a bit weird. And the ending was like, what? But yeah, I didn't like how it ended, but that was okay. And the second story, the main character, it starts when she and her husband, they're going home, and they stop like at the side of the road, and something weird happens, and she returns like 40 years in the past, when her husband wasn't even born yet, and she meets his parents, his father, basically. Yeah, it was interesting, weird, but yeah, that was the Latvian book I read. The next book was a buddy read with Chloe Reads Books, and we read Beyond the Darkened Shore by Jessica Leake. This one is a YA fantasy where the main character, she has special powers. She can control people through her mind, through their mind. They access them and control them, make them do whatever they want. So she's helping, kind of forced to help her village to protect it whenever they get attacked. And then there's this crow that kind of communicates with her and shows her a vision where they are attacked. And they are attacked by these giants, like god giants kind of things. And then she's kind of forced to join forces with her enemy to destroy the monsters, like to fight them. I liked the book, but I didn't enjoy it as much as Chloe did. I think it was because I was in a really weird mood at the time of reading this book, so I blame that, not the book, because in general I enjoyed it. I really liked the relationship between the two main characters, Ciara and Leaf, how they were like communicating, and what I really enjoyed that. What I missed a bit was smut. I needed something more. I wanted something more to happen between them. And yeah, but this is a YA, so no wonder it didn't happen the way I wanted to. So yeah, but enjoyable read, definitely. And I like that it's a standalone and you don't need a sequel. I like standalones. The last two books I didn't enjoy. Like, thinking about them now, I feel like I didn't enjoy them all at all. I don't remember that well, but let's start with the first one. And it's Artemis by Andy Weir. That's the author of The Martian. And this time it's set on the moon. The main character is a thief, and really unlikable character for me. I didn't like her. She gets in trouble because of what she does. She kind of delivers illegal things that are brought to the moon. There are a lot of laws because on the moon there is no gravity, and the city are like these big bubbles that were mapped. So this is the city, how it's divided, like in those bubbles, and then there are like oxygen is delivered to them and whatnot. But yeah, I just didn't enjoy the story. It felt boring. There were some action parts that I like were captivated by, like wanted to know what happens next, but in general I just didn't enjoy the story. Something was missing, and The Martian is definitely much better book. And then the last book I read was on my Kindle. It was Midnight Marriage by Lucinda Brandt, and with this one I didn't connect with the story, the characters, the writing style. It is a historical fiction. I don't remember what time it's set in, but the way it was written, the language, the words that were used, maybe it's because English is not my first language and I just couldn't like wrap my head around some phrases or what, but it just wasn't for me. And the story, it was kind of off too. The main character, she finds this guy in the woods and he's wounded, and there kind of sparks kind of fly between them, and she saves him. And then the guy has returned to the village, to the town, not the village, town, to like claim his wife. He got married when he was 16 and the wife was 12, so he has returned to kind of claim her, but turns out his wife is the girl in the woods that saved him. And yeah, the things start kind of off there, how he kind of tricks her, but yeah, I just didn't enjoy their like interactions. Yeah, there were some fun banters, but in general I just didn't like them. So yeah, that wasn't an enjoyable read for me. But I wanted to try a historical fiction romance, not historical fiction romance, historical romance, and yeah, this one wasn't for me. Let's hope when I read some more they will be more enjoyable. That's gonna be it for the wrap-up. Yeah, as I said, wasn't the best month, but it's okay. Please let me know what you read in September. Have you read any of these? Let me know what you thought of them. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed and I see you in the next one. Bye!